Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Before I proceed this video, please click like and subscribe my channel. Alright, so this video will be part 7 of my SolidWorks electric eraser project. In the previous video, I have already shown you how I do detailing of this bottom casing. So in this video, I will focus on this front top casing as shown in this photo. Hold on. Okay, in this photo, this is the front top casing. So we have a features here. We have on this front top casing, we have a kind like a protruding lips, and also we have a cutout for this button. Alright, in this video, I will focus how I do these things, and also some inner part of this front top casing. We have some features. So I will do detailing of front top casing and also the push button. So I have already done the measurement. The distance from this end here to here is 32 to the center of the push button 32, and the diameter of the push button is 13. Hold on, my mistake, 13. Alright, okay, alright, so this is assembly mode. So I will do a separate part modeling mode for this front top casing. Alright, in order for me to do that features, I need to add a plane above. Okay, my first reference will be this front plane, and I go for flip any distance as long the plane is above your main casing. Okay, let me scale this. Let me scale this plane. Alright. Okay, this plane I will create sketch. Let me go for top view, normal view. So I will create center line from here up until midpoint here. Right, now what I will do, I will create a circle here. As I mentioned, the diameter is 30. Hold on, and and the distance from the center to the end here is 32. So this will be the location of my push button. Alright, so I have this thing above. So what I will do, okay, since if you look in this photo again, okay, let me, alright, this, the push button is diameter is 13. Alright, the lips, hold on, I will create 13. Okay, this is the, we have a lips here, so it's much bigger. I will do an offset. I will create this protruding cylinder start from the surface. So 13 offset by 0.5, so it means my diameter is 14. Okay, let me show you. So I will do offset of 0.5 to create the lips. Because I make sure it's outward. 0.5 is already there. So I have this thing. So I change this to construction geometry for the diameter 13. So it means the bigger circle it will be extruded from the surface to become the protruding, to become the lips. Alright, so the features here, extruded boss base. So I will not use this sketch plane. I will do surface, start from here. So it's pointing downward, make sure it's going upward, and also the height is about 0.5, not too much. So we have these features. As you can see, we have this feature similar like in this photo. Then later I will do a cutout. Just focus on my video. Alright, so this thing. Okay, what I will do next. Okay, I will not do, my next move, I will not do a cutout from this diameter 13 to make this button. What I will do, I will create a features. Let me show, make sure you focus my video. I will show you, I will create another sketch here. At the same sketch plane, I create a new sketch plane. Okay, by default, SolidWorks, the sketch here, whenever you do the sketch, it will orbit. I show the sketch, so I can use this as a reference. Alright, this one, I will do a bigger circle at the center point. I will do diameter of 17. So there's a reason I do this, because this will be features of my push button. Okay, now the diameter is 17. What I will do, I go for features. I'm not using extruded cut. I will do extrude boss base, but it's not start at the top plane. I'm using start at the surface. It start at the bottom here. That is the reason why I do this. If you look the downward, the direction is downward, which will I click to reverse upward. And since, as you can see, the thickness of this top casing is 2 millimeter, I will make extruded of half of it. It will be 1 millimeter. So the distance here is 1. Okay, this is very important. I do not check the merge result because I want to make it as a separate bodies. Okay, then I click OK. So what it will do, okay, let me off this plane to make a clean view. So what it will do, we have here at the top here, if you can see, we have the main casing and we have another part. If I isolate it, we have these features. All right, these features will be part of features of my push button. It's kind of like a shoulder. Later I will show you why I do this. All right, I have two bodies here. Okay, I have two bodies. Okay, now what I will do, let me on back my plane just now. The plane is off. I on my plane. Okay, this plane, I will do another sketch of this plane. All right, so what I will do, then I will do the cutout for the button. I will do another circle here. Okay, I'm now in new sketch plane at the center point here. Make sure that it's snap at the center point. So I will do, this will be diameter 13, the size of the push button. So this diameter 13, hold on. All right, this diameter 13, I will use it as a, I will not use extruded cut, I will use split. I exit this one. So I've already selected that diameter 13 under the insert features. I will do split. Then I will cut body. This sketch 25 is that diameter 13 circle. I will make cut bodies. Then I check everything here. So we have this thing, but do not click at consume cut. If you check consume cut, it will remove everything. So I just simply select everything, check, and do not check at consume cut bodies and click split. So what will happen? SolidWorks will have 4 solid bodies. Okay, the reason for me to do this is that, okay, if I select this main casing, there is one solid body. If I isolate it, so this is a main casing. Okay, the main casing, we have a holes because I have done a cutout of diameter 13. All right, so this, we have a kind of ellipse there. All right, let me exit isolate. Okay. Okay, the rest of the solid bodies there, if you look here, at the top here, okay, let me hide this. I simply hide the main casing. Okay, whatever left here, like a topi cowboy here, these 3 solid bodies, I will combine it to become as one body. So this will be my push button. Okay, let me hide this for a while. I don't want to, we have a clean view. All right, so what I will do, I will do insert feature, I will combine it, make sure not subtract, add mean you select everything, these 3 solid bodies to become, make sure it's add, then you click OK, it will become 1. It's no longer 3 separate bodies. If you look here, we only have 2 solid bodies. One is the main casing that I just hide, and one is here. All right, let me on back my main casing. So we have 2 parts here. Okay, we have 2 parts. If you look here under the section view, I have the push button and I have the casing, but I need, since this casing, I need to subtract it because this push button is kind of like overlap. As you can see, I need to make a clone of this push button, and that clone will be subtracted from this main casing. So we have a cutout from this main casing. So what I will do, I will do a clone features, move copy. So I will select this push button. So make sure the copy is checked here and number is 1. I simply click OK and click OK here. So it means I have a clone version. So now here we have 3 bodies. So what I will do subtract. So insert features, I will do combine again. Now the option is subtract. The main body is our main casing. The body to subtract the clone of that push button. Then I click OK. So I have now 2 bodies. As you can see, if I isolate the main casing, Now we have the features, the main casing have a cutout. So this kind like the push button will be nicely fit. It mount on top of this surface. On the surface, it kind of like fit into. So we have the push button at that position. So if you look here, I see it isolate. If I go back to section view, then you can see we have these features. We have a separate bodies, push button, and we have this bottom casing. Okay, one more thing to do is here. I isolate this button. So this button, I need to do shell. I need to do shell. The thickness is 1. Select the surface. So I have these the features. Topi Cowboy, correct? So this push button. Okay, let we go for session view. So we have nicely the position of the push button in that position. All right. So this will be my first part of my detailing of this top casing, front top casing. Right. Okay, all right. If I look back at the photo, I think I have to, since I made this offset of 0.5, I think I have to change the thickness, the offset, the thickness of the slips to 1. So this is a good thing about SolidWorks because it's fully parametric. So under the sketch here, so previously I set it, hold on, this 0.5 offset. So let me go for 1, enter, then it will make bigger, thicker lips. Then if if I update it just to show you, then we have a thicker lips, right? So let me check in this cross-section view, and yeah, everything is nicely in position. Okay. All right. The next thing to do is I isolate this button again. It's kind of in terms of we need to do some fillet there. I will do fillet for about 0.5 for this age. It's okay if I don't do fillet, but in terms of the appearance, to make it more interesting, better to do some fillet here. Kind of like we will see much better, all right? Compare, and even this, I isolate this casing here, this top casing. These edges also need to be fillet, about 0.5 for these edges. Kind of like we, let's, I go for this one for a little bit smaller, 0.25, because I have two edges here. Here and here is 0.25. Then I click OK. Then just it look more pleasant to look compared to without fillet. All right. So we have this button. I can go for edge off, so it kind of like nice. All right. Okay, this will be, let me save my file. All right, the next thing to do, if I go back to assembly file, okay, actually in this assembly mode, I already done the mate setting in terms of leveling, in terms of front pane, and also at this position. But in terms of leveling to mount on top of this bottom casing, I have not done mate setting yet. So let me go for mate, and I will select this face, will touch this face. So automatically it will go for coincident. And let me click OK. Okay, now what I need to do, what I'm trying to show you is that if I go for front section view. Okay, this our, here is our electrical motor, And then this our button. So it means the button is nicely in position. All right, it's nicely in position. And also, if I go for the side view, if I drag it to up until this location, if I click OK, it means that the button is nicely there. Okay, just about the okay, let me off session view for front view. Okay, I think in my previous video I have already mentioned that I will do some modification because originally my electric eraser, the location of the switch, tactile switch is not, even the push button is not supposed to be like this. It have arms. If I show you, the switch, the push button is like they have an arm, and this arm will be mounted. This push button will be fit here, and if you go for here, this view, so the push button will be pushing the location of the switch on off, or we call this tactile button, mini tactile switch. Is located at the bottom floor there. So I think the design is kind of like complicated. So I do a modification on the, just take note, I do some modification. To me, mine is more simpler. So the button is simply like this. So what I need to do, I want to, okay, if you search internet and if you type tactile push button, we have this lot of tactile push button. So we have a lot of size. So for my electric razor, I've already done the modeling of these tactile push button. Okay, let me show you. I put the location of the, okay, let me off this thing and let me off this top casing for a while. All right, I already done the modeling. Let me insert the component, the tactile switch button. I name it as on off button. So this is a file that I've done, part modeling. Okay, this I put this button here. So I model is exactly the size of my what is shown in this photo. This button. All right, exactly as what it is. So I will do the mate setting here. Okay, my first mate setting, when I do mate, since the, so this is the connector, the cable will be soldered here. I will join at this two connector, then we have a cable and it will join to the at the motor connector, and also one of it will join to these battery connectors. All right, so it means that this connector have to face on the other side. So what I will do here, I will do this face and this face. Okay, instead of it go for like this. Okay, let me give some distance. Okay, I put the distance. It's not supposed to be coincident. If I put some distance of, let's say I put it about, let's go for 8. It means that plane and this plane is 8. But the orientation of is like this. If I click at alignment, so it will go like that. Okay, but it facing this direction. If I click at flip dimension, so what it will do, I click at flip dimension. What it means, the face will have the orientation of the connector is in the right direction. Okay, let me click OK first. So this one more settings. It means that this face, this flat surface here, this flat surface, and this flat surface, the distance is already set. Okay, let me clear this thing. All right, it will be 8. My another main setting is that my this bottom face here and this bottom face automatically will set it to coincident. So I just remade it coincident. So in what my intention is that now I can place my tactile button in that level. So it means I will locate my this tactile switch here will be on top of this electric motor. So another mate setting, so I can still move here, but now is in position like this. My another mate setting is that the front plane of the on off button here, the front plane must match with the bottom casing front plane. So it was set to coincidence. So I set this another mate setting. So it means that Let me click OK. So then, okay, then we have our tactile switch is in position. Okay, what I need to explain to you is that the way I do modification compare with in the previous video, I did mention that I will do a modification of the way I put the location of my tactile switch. If you look in, originally for this my electric eraser, actually the button is located at the floor there. This push button, it have arm as shown here, arm. So it'll be, this push button will be fit into here, and the arm here, when the arm is in position, the arm will push. Uh, when we press the switch button, push button, it will press this tactile switch. Actually, the tactile switch is at the bottom floor. To me, that's why I do a modification. Instead of doing like that, I will locate the this switch here on top of this electric motor. For assembly, I think it's much simpler. That is, I think it will not harm the electric motor if they do assembly. They just hot glue gun this tactile switch on top of this motor. Okay, if you have any comments or something you need to comment, just leave it comments in my this video for better suggestion. To me, it's just for simpler, much faster assembly, and it's a much more simple design. We just place mount this tactile switch by just a hot glue gun. Hot glue gun you can dismantle and mount it again. Alright, so this position our tactile switch. Alright, this in position. Let me on back the top casing, right top casing. So now that's the point of if I go for section view for front view. It's kind of like, since the button is mounted on the top surface of this electric motor and kind of hot glue gun, it means the button in fixed position. And if we see here, we have enough space. So this is our push button. Some tiny gap here is kind of like enough supporting element by the tactile button itself. So what I mean is that this push button is kind of like fit connection. It will not fall down because it's already been supported by this tactile switch. It looks like if we have a tiny gap, it's kind of like a fit support. And also this tactile switch also kind of like have a spring effect when we press on, press off. When we press on, it return back to horizontal position. Alright, so it kind of like supporting this push button. So this is my opinion. I make it into a simpler design. Okay, another thing to mention to you about, okay, if I go back to this uh, front top casing, okay, this file, I already saved this file. This file is front top casing, but push button is a different part. So I need to make a separate file. Okay, in order for me to do that, so I will go for insert, features, I will go for delete kit body. So I will select this, delete this for a while, delete body. So it means now my file only have one body, so which the this supposed to be the file must be a push button. This will be a push button. So I will save. Okay, please take note of this. I will save as I will not save because if I save, it will replace my front top casing. I will save as. I will do save as copy and continue. Okay, please take note of that. Please save as copy and continue. Make sure that here is save as copy and continue. I will name it push button. Push button. I will name it as. So it will be a file with only, I just click replace it. So this will be my push button file. I save as continue. So this is my original top casing. So for this, I will undo this one. I will delete this one. So it will undo. So we go back to the top casing here. So I do it again, insert, features, delete body. So now I will delete this body. Then I click OK. So this one, I will just save it because it is a front top casing file, just save it. So it means my front top casing file will have one body front top casing. My push button will have only one body push button. So it means also in the assembly, because I'm not doing, this video is not meant for me to do fully assembly. This is meant for me to do what I've shown you before. I open an assembly file is for me to do part modeling in assembly mode, edit certain part, and I do open part in separate file of part modeling. So that is not meant for me to do assembly. So later on, I will make a video to do full assembly after I have done all the parts. I think I'm close to finish. All right, about the part modeling. Okay, about the the only thing left here, the bottom casing. No, sorry, the rear top casing. I'm not done, and also the cap, and also the holder for the eraser. I think that one is quite simple, and I can make a short video on that. Okay, about this front top casing here. Front top casing here, there is one more thing that I need to do, because if you look at this photo, if you look, hold on, if you look at this photo, at the front top casing here, we have this, okay, this is bottom casing. For the, let me show you, okay, this is front top casing. We have a pin. So this pin will be mounted on this. In the previous video, I already shown how I do this. The bottom casing, we have the shaft with hole. So the pin will be mounted onto this hole. So I may say in this assembly file, so in this assembly file, what I will do, I will do a section view. I will go for right section view just to show the where we will do, okay, up until this. Okay, since this is assembly mode, so I have not, okay, this is top casing, front top casing. I need to do, because at the bottom casing I have this hole, this shaft here. Okay, this cylinder with hole. So um, at the front top casing, I have to make the pin that will be mounted into this hole. So what I will do, okay, now what I will do in assembly mode, so I click the front top casing. Since I want to do modeling on front top casing, I will go for edit part. So it means that here under the listing here, the front top casing will be in blue color. It means that I'm editing this front top casing. So I can use this. So I'm now in editing mode, but in assembly mode file. I'm editing front top casing in assembly mode file. So I will select this face. Okay, I will select, okay, what I will do, I will sort of be, I'm not selecting that face. What I will do, I will go for plane. I will add a plane. I will select this face. Okay, the distance are not upward. I will give kind like to the bottom about 3. So I will make a, because the position of the pin must be from the surface up until this level. So I make a sketch at this position. So this is the sketch. I simply click OK. So now I have the sketch of plane of my front top casing. This is the sketch. So I can go here. So the sketch that I created under the list of this front top casing. So I will right click, I will do a sketch. So I'm in sketch mode at this plane 14 here. So I will select this curve and hold on my control. I select this circle here, this edge. Then I will do convert to entirety. So I have a trace. I have a trace sketch. I simply click OK. Ignore that thing. Okay, I ignore it. So I have even this one. I can make a fully defined letter when I open a separate part module. Let me exit this sketch. This is all I need. Okay, my correction. I'm not supposed to select that one. Let me edit the sketch again. Edit sketch. Not this sketch. My mistake. Not this sketch. Let me delete it. Let me delete it. The inner holes, because I need to create a pin, not this one. And hold on here. Hold on. That I create convert to entities. Just simply click OK. Ignore the warning. And just click OK like this. So I have this sketch. And I exit the sketch. Now, hold on. That I will exit edit part mode. And now I have the trace curve. Then I will open this. I select this top casing. front top casing, I open it that in position. So this is our top casing file. So we have the point is that we have this thing, this curve. Okay, let me just kind of rebuild again. Okay, because we just now we are in section mode. Okay, now here I have this. Okay, if I edit this circle, if I go to the normal view, it's supposed to be the view normal is supposed to be, I go for bottom view. That's why, because it become blue color, is because it is not fully defined. So I need just give the dimension. I do not move the position of the circle, just give a dimension to, from this, just give a dimension to make the circle fully defined. So better to make all your sketches fully defined rather than make it underdefined. Just give a position like that, and also give the diameter. Diameter is 1.5. So now it become black color. Same goes here. So I can use mirror, but I just repeat the same thing here. This is 4, and this dimension from here, where I put the dimension from here to this edge, just leave it the dimension as it is, do not change, because we already set in line with the hollow cylinder of the bottom casing. And this is how I do it. This one way to do it. I think there's a lot much better way, but this one of the way. So I have this thing is fully defined. So I will do feature, extruded boss base, and direction is upward. I'm not using blind, but up to surface. So I will touch that surface. So we have the pin. So we have the pin there at that position. All right. So let me save my file. Then if I go back to the assembly file, as you can see, everything is updating. Now the pin is in there. Okay, let me go back to session view just to show you again session view. If I drag the session view up to, then you can see the pole here, the pin here is fit into this hollow cylinder. That's how we do it for the top casing. Let me check, is there any other detail of this top casing that I need to add more details? Let me check first. Alright, I think that's all for the top casing parts. I finished the modeling of this top casing, and let me both go for standard view, and I save my file. And this assembly also I save it. Okay, this push button is not here because I already save it as a separate file. So because I remind you, I need to remind again that this video is not meant for full assembly. Later I will do full assembly to assemble all the parts after I have completed the part modeling of all these parts of this electric laser. Okay, I think that's all for this video. I think the video is taking too long, and I hope that you please click like and subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching this video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.